What up, world? Welcome to a new episode of Bleed Black and Gold. As you know, I am the host, BrandonJaneau, and like always, on all podcast platforms everywhere, BrandonJaneauShow, social media platforms, Instagram and Threads, BrandonJaneau. Um, just one word, BrandonJaneau. Um, TikTok, BrandonJaneauShow, and Facebook, The BrandonJaneauShow, and of course, YouTube channel Brandon Janu Show. Finally hit 200 subscribers. Thank you to everybody that has been subscribing. Thank you to all the new followers on Instagram, all the new people that's coming in and watching on my TikTok. Appreciate all the views. I thank y'all all, man. Appreciate it. Go subscribe on my YouTube channel. Go follow me on all the social media platforms, and go listen to all the podcast platforms, man. All the podcast platforms, man. Saints lose. Saints have lost their fourth consecutive game in a row since starting 2-0. This has been a terrible stretch of football for us. If you remember, I said this at the beginning of the season when I did my preview show, and I looked at the schedule and I said I cannot call the Saints season because I do not know what the Saints are. The first 2 weeks of the season gave us complete and utter optimism that this team was going to be good. And since the fucking injuries of this team, they have completely and utterly shit the fucking bed. I know it's Bleed Black and Gold, but Aiden Hutchinson, Detroit defensive end, is down right now. So, uh, damn. Uh, yeah, prayers up for Aiden Hutchinson. But we lose, man. 51-27 to Tampa today in New Orleans. Our second straight home game loss. You got to remember, we've been on the road for two straight games. So the last game we played at home was against the Eagles. So listen, man. First quarter was first quarter was terrible. Oh my god, that was the worst first quarter we could have asked for of all time. They gave up 17 points in the first quarter. You just if you can sit there and tell a Saints fan this will be the worst first quarter you've ever seen, that's shocking to say. But the second quarter comes and we go crazy, like 20 unanswered fucking points. Rashid Shaheed gets a kickoff return, a punt return for a touchdown. The defense picks Baker Mayfield off. Tampa didn't have turnovers, you know, for most of the season. And then they play us, and they have three in the first half. It's shit like that. I have seen some wild fucking games in my life. I'm 30 years old, especially when it comes to the Saints, especially when it comes to Tampa Bay. I have seen some wild fucking games. I have seen games where the Saints, Tampa Bay had probably one of the best defenses in the NFL. I'm talking about Warren Sapp, Derek Brooks, John Lynch, Rondé Barber, like incredible defense. And they come to New Orleans on Christmas week or Thanksgiving week, and lose to the Saints and Aaron Brooks. And you're just sitting at home like, did that shit just happen? You just sit at home like, we really beat Tampa. We really beat Tampa. What the? I've seen games where Josh Freeman threw for like 400 yards on us. Doug Martin, yeah, had almost 150 yards rushing on us and like 70 catching. I've seen games where we just absolutely torched them with Drew Brees. So the first half of the Saints game even toppled my expectations for this shit. That game was crazy. First half was crazy, but we okay. First things first. Spencer Rattler did everything he could do in this game for a rookie to have a makeshift offensive line, and then literally the first drive of the game, the second play of the fucking game for you, your number one receiver gets concussed and out for the rest of the game, and you have the second quarter that you had, and you go into halftime up three with the ball first in the second half. I just immediately said to myself, I want to see this kid where everybody's healthy. What would this offense be like if everyone was healthy? What would it look like? And that's the thing. Spencer Rattler threw two picks. It is what it is. The first pick was crazy. The second pick, he was forcing it after a while. He started to like he started trying to force the ball, and that's something you can't do even as a veteran in the game. You can't force the football. I've got on here multiple times, multiple times in the last couple of weeks, and I get why, you know, I get why people want Dennis Allen's head on a stake. I get it. I get why people want Dennis Allen's head over a fireplace right now. I get it. First quarter was the perfect example of that. You have a rookie quarterback starting, and you did nothing defensively. The first drive, Tampa just walks down the field. Just just walks down the football field. You did nothing to stop him. Nothing. You did nothing to stop Baker Mayfield the entire fucking game. That first quarter was a perfect example of why Dennis Allen fucking sucks sometimes as a head coach. Because we know the defense is off of you. That was a terrible. The first drive they walked down the field. You know you have a rookie. You know you're playing a rookie, right? A rookie, like a rookie. But here's where I don't agree with everybody on social media, because that second quarter, that defense got us in that game. That defense, now, granted, Tampa Bay damn sure helped. I'm not going to sit up here and act like Tampa Bay didn't help. Tampa Bay damn sure helped. Tampa Bay was causing themselves penalties, self-afflicted situations on themselves. This was the most penalized I think Tampa Bay had been this whole season in this game. We as a team, Tampa Bay literally shot themselves in the foot. And I was saying at home, watching the game, I said, you cannot help us. You cannot help us. In the moment I started saying that, exactly what the fuck happened. They helped us. Then they punt the ball. Rashid Shaheed gets it and runs it back for a touchdown. And you're like, oh my God. And they finally confuse Baker Mayfield. That is why I do not understand the notion of people. Listen, like I said last week about Paulson Adebo. Paulson Adebo is the most kind pro motherfucker I've ever met in my life. I've ever seen play football for the Saints. And I've seen some fucked up people play football for the Saints. He is the perfect example of a pro and con player I've ever seen. The cons are so fucking costly when he does it, but the pros, when the pros happen, it's crazy. This motherfucker got an interception. every game he has a fuck up, he has a pick. He has a pick. Like I said last week, when I said about last week, when the Kansas City game, I said, yeah, he fucked up a couple times in that Kansas City game. But the only way we got a turnover is because he stopped Juju Smith-Schuster for catching that ball, which inadvertently popped up and went to Sanders. The Saints, as a team, defensively, kept us in this game today. One thing I do say about Dennis Allen's defense, though, that I get fucking frustrated with is that we can pressure the quarterback. But if they're mobile, they get out the pressures because we don't collapse the pocket. And even when we do have a chance to collapse the pocket, we don't get it done. We can take the ball away, we can't sack nobody. This is a prime Dennis Allen fucking defense. We can take the ball away. We're one of the best takeaway defenses in the fucking league. A couple years ago, that was our problem. We couldn't fucking take the ball away. Now we take the ball away when we fucking feel like it. We still can't sack fucking people. That's a problem. That's a fucking problem. We got Chase Young on the field. Carl Granderson on the field. Brian Brzee, who's a pretty good, get to the quarterback defensive tackle. Usually defensive tackles are not great at getting to the damn quarterback. But we can't fucking sack quarterbacks. Like, this shit is disturbing, dude. Like, if some of you like you're a sitting duck in a pocket, we can get you. We can get you if we put enough pressure on if we cover up everybody in the secondary, we can get a sack. But mobile quarterbacks, like next week we play Bo Nix, who could get the fuck out the pocket. Yeah, it's gonna be a problem for us. This is the thing about the Saints, man. And people can say what they want to say. If it wasn't for the defense of the Saints, we would never even got back in that game. We wouldn't. The turnovers that they caused, we would never got back in that game. I get it. I totally 100% get it. But here's the problem. The second half was not great for us. Totally understand. But I have got on here the last couple of weeks and I've told y'all, like I just said a moment ago, we are blinded by what happened in 2 weeks. Those first 2 weeks of our offense was so great, and we haven't had that in so long. We have now chosen to just ignore the fact that the offense has completely and utterly regressed. It's regressed. Yes, the offensive line is not healthy. That's obvious. Taysom Hill, who's a big part of this offense, is not healthy. That's an obvious. Chris Olave now has a concussion. That's an obvious. But Clint Kubiak is fucking terrible at calling plays. The first half, you even heard Greg Olsen telling you what the fuck they should do in the first half. Hey, third downs. How about you take those big plays, those little quick play action plays? How about you do them on the third and shorts? How about you do that on the third and shorts? There is no way in hell in the first half that they don't have information. They don't really know how this kid is playing. They don't know what this kid is, and you choose to still run the football. Okay. Second half comes. You're throwing the fucking football more in the second half. And we were up. We were up. Like I said, because we're blinded by the first two games, y'all don't want to call Clint Kubiak out on his bullshit. He fucking sucks. This was the perfect game for him to show us that he can call an offense. In a situation like this, he can call an offense. You have no offensive line. Your receiver is down. You got to call an offense. Perfect example. First half, Bud Means Bud Means was killing Tampa. Killing them. Second half, what the fuck was he? Second half, where was he? First half, you ran a little bit too much in the first half. Second half, you see they're now pressuring this kid. Run draws. The only time he runs is when he does stretch plays. This motherfucker has turned into Pete Carmichael. He's turning into Pete Carmichael. Y'all don't want to admit it, but he's turning into Pete Carmichael. They know the play. They are hitting the line faster every fucking time. This is the same shit I saw with Pete Carmichael. We should have just kept him. We should have fucking just kept him. This is ridiculous. You can't sit up here and watch that game in the second fucking half of all places and tell me that the offense didn't shit the fucking bed in the second half. You didn't use Alvin Kamara as a passer or a runner in this game. Alvin is also injured, but he's playing. But instead of you knowing that, you keep running this fucking dude into fucking bullshit ass hits. Blitzes. They are hitting him at the line every fucking time. Instead of you saving him and maybe using him for a different play, you got a healthy ass Jamal Williams on the fucking sideline. Why not run him? It creates a different energy and pace in the fucking offense. And yet, this fucking dude is still not being used. This motherfucker is Pete Carmichael. I said after week 1, 2, I said, man, I don't know. Maybe we should pay Maybe we should pay K. Kubiak some money to keep him. Fuck that. Let that bitch go. That is ridiculous. That is fucking ridiculous. I know, but Dennis Allen is the head coach. Dennis Allen is the head coach. Did you not see? They quit on him. After 6 straight 3-and-outs in the second fucking half, you gotta realize we scored all our points in the second quarter. Outside of the second fucking quarter, we didn't score again. Not like, oh, we did. No, we didn't score any more after the second fucking quarter. We didn't score. So you sitting there telling me, oh, the team quit on Dennis Allen. Again, are we just watching one side of the ball now? Because Clint Kubiak is still calling the fucking football plays. And this motherfucker didn't do shit to help this fucking kid. He didn't do a motherfucking thing to help Spencer Rattler in the second fucking half. You see they blitzing him, and you still trying to throw the fucking football. And I already hear the bullshit. Well, Brandon, we were down. No, the fuck we weren't. We were down 4 fucking points. We were up 3 points. You were still throwing the football. Why? To the point where you were literally trying to hit a big shot to Rashid Shaheed. You were literally trying to hit a big shot to Rashid Shaheed. For most of the second fucking half, the fucking play was just not there. Instead of you switching that shit up, you kept trying to hit the big shot to Rashid Shaheed. You don't think Spencer Rattler, as a rookie, is being told if Rashid's open, throw it to him? You think he's not being told that? You kept trying to make this kid hit a big shot instead of just taking what the fuck the defense was giving you. Bud Means caught his first touchdown pass in the first half. Did amazing in the first half. I didn't hear from that fucking kid again the rest of the game. I I didn't hear shit from that kid the rest of the fucking game. Not a fucking soul. I didn't hear a goddamn thing from that kid the rest of the fucking game. Did y'all? It's like I said last night with LSU, and I said here today. Unlike LSU, you actually are choosing to run the football. But in the second fucking half, you chose to throw the football that many fucking times in the second fucking half, when you could have done that in the first half. And in the second half, you could have used ways to run the football. You could have used Jamal Williams in this game. Spare Alvin fucking Kamara, bro. And the fact of the matter is, Clint Kubiak is fucking terrible. But you won't run a rep. You don't want to hear that because your mind is Dennis Allen, Dennis Allen. Clint Kubiak is fucking horrible at play calling. This motherfucker sucks at it. Fucking horrible at play calling. And I kind of now understand because he comes from Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan, me and my brother Juan say this all the time. It's a system. But if you paid attention to last year, not this year, last year, when Trent Williams went down, Christian McCaffrey went down, Deebo Samuel went down, that whole fucking offense disintegrated. Fucking disintegrated. Why? Because they didn't have the pieces. Look at the Saints. The offensive line's in shambles. The receiving core is out. Alvin Kamara's hurt. One of your main weapons, Taysom Hill, is gone. Bruh, I cannot stress this enough. We scored 27 points in the second quarter and didn't score no more. We didn't score in the first, the third, or the fourth. And y'all want to sit up there and tell me that's a Dennis Allen problem. You want to tell me that it's Dennis Allen's problem. That's Dennis Allen. Okay. 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 Also, for people that sitting there saying, well, the defense, well, the team quit on him. When you have had 6, 7, 8, 9 straight, three and outs in a turnover, 2 turnovers and shit like that, it was only a matter of time that defense was going to get exhausted. And they were going to miss tackles. They're on the field for most of the fucking game. They were on the field first in most of the game in the first quarter. Now imagine having the second half be pretty much you on the field. It was a matter of time for the fucking dam to break. And they just run through it. It was bound to fucking happen. It's the same thing that happened with the Eagles game. It was bound to fucking happen. I get that y'all want Dennis Allen's head on a stick. And y'all are calling for his job every day. But I need you to understand something. Now the penalties in the first quarter was definitely Dennis Allen. That was all Dennis Allen. But the second quarter, second half, that defense was fucking exhausted. You cannot keep having this fucking defense on the field for 30 minutes, like damn near 25 minutes of gameplay in regular time and not think these dudes are gonna get exhausted. If you look at the Bucky Irvin touchdown when they scored, I think the 37 or the 30, yeah, the 37 when they scored the 37 when they got the 37 points. Curtis Granderson is like breathing through his fucking mouth. He's like, they're fucking exhausted, bro, because the offense can't move the fucking football. Y'all gonna continuously call for Dennis Allen's job. I'm not saying Dennis Allen is a great head coach by no stretch of the fucking imagination. Not even nowhere near it. But Clint Kubiak fucking sucks as an offensive coordinator. I've seen enough in 6 games to know this motherfucker literally is the definition of the San Francisco 49ers. Everything has to go right for him to be good. In the moment something goes left, something goes wrong, the whole game is in shambles. As good as Spencer Rattler looked in the first half, that's because he's composed. But when you're telling this fucking kid to throw the ball down the field and take shots, bruh, Let this kid fucking just go through his checkdowns and get the fucking yardage. They are blitzing this fucking kid. Blitzing him. And instead of you running the football to get that off of him, maybe not with Alvin, put Jamal Williams in the game. Fuck, put Jordan Mims in the game. The fact that we have Kendrick Miller, who we drafted last year, and we still have not used this kid because he's hurt, it's fucking beyond me. This is. I'm gonna be honest. I want the Saints to lose the rest of these games. I'm done. I'm I want them to lose because at least with a top 5 pick, we can decide what the fuck we need, and hopefully y'all get what y'all want. But I feel also Clint Kubiak needs to get fired. This motherfucker has literally reverted into Pete Carmichael, and y'all won't admit that because you are blinded by Dennis Allen. But look at the offense since Taysom Hill has been down and the offensive line has been misshaped. It reformed. He don't know what he's doing. He can't call plays. There's moments in this game in the third quarter. We come out to halftime. We get the ball first. We're up 3. The momentum is all on our side. And you don't help the rookie quarterback at all. We gave up 1 touchdown in the third quarter. The only time we started losing was the fourth quarter. We were down 4 points going into the fourth quarter. We still had a chance. But again, defense is continuously being on the field for 3 and outs every 5 fucking seconds because the offensive coordinator fucking sucks at his job. And again, like I said, you won't admit this because you're so blinded by Dennis Allen. That defense was fucking exhausted in the fourth quarter. They had no fucking right to be on the field that much. But again, because we live in the time period we live in, Dennis Allen's the problem. I get it. He's the head coach, so of course he should be. But we know we gave all the praise to Clint Kubiak when we were winning. This offense has literally hit the fucking skids since the Dallas game. We ain't done shit since the Dallas game. This was our best game we scored in. And we only scored 27 points in the second quarter. We didn't score the rest of the game. Now, you can sit there and blame Dennis Allen for that shit like y'all want to. But at some point, we got to be honest and say, this offense sucks. This fucking offense is terrible. What the fuck has changed? From Pete Carmichael calling this offense to fucking Clint Kubiak. What has changed? They still do the same shit. Run a stretch play. Everybody knows that. Switch up the play calling. But you don't want to. Save Alvin Kamara. Put Jamal Williams in the game like Pete Carmichael had last year. Had this man fresh than a motherfucker. Didn't even use him. Alvin Kamara, we know Alvin Kamara's hurt. And you ain't using him. Jamal Williams is fresh as a motherfucker. And you ain't use this man once. I'll be back. Short week this week. We played Denver on Thursday. Denver is playing the Chargers. Last time I checked, Denver was losing. They might have come back by this time. I don't know. But it may be the death knell next week. This Thursday coming between the Denver Broncos and the New Orleans Saints. If Sean Payton comes in and beats us, I mean Denver right now is down 10 at home. It just I'm assuming got a fumble. Um, so we shall see. But yeah, listen, the Saints lose again, 4 straight loss. Um, I would say if we get healthy, things would turn around. I still believe if we're healthy, we can win games. That's not the problem here. The problem right now is the fact that the play calling of the offense has literally reverted back to what we had last year. No fucking clue of what to do. And the defense is paying for it. See y'all Thursday. Peace.